Chaplin premieres. An elderly Charlie Chaplin discusses his autobiography with his editor, recounting his amazing journey from his poverty-stricken childhood to worldwide success after the ingenious invention of the Little Tramp. Directed by Richard Attenborough, starring Robert Downey Jr., Dan Aykroyd, Geraldine Chaplin, Kevin Dunn, Anthony Hopkins, Milla Jovovich, Moira Kelly, Kevin Kline, Diane Lane, Penelope Ann Miller, Paul Reese, John Thal, Marissa Tomei, and James Wood.
They tried, Steve. They wanted you to love this movie. From what I read, it wasn't very popular, and from what I watched, wasn't a fan. I don't like movies set in this time period. I don't like Charlie Chaplin, but I find it funny that those movies had such a intense story behind them. It's interesting, but I didn't dig this movie very much.
You sound like a Gen Zer, Matt. If it was before me, I don't care for it. It sucked. If it happened in my grandparents' time, it blew.
Yep. You're right, Steve. I do sound like that, and you know it. But Robert Downey Jr. throwing some potatoes on forks and dancing them around and shit. Steve, you didn't like this movie. I don't want to hear it.
I appreciated the movie because, hey, man, Kevin Kline, he's growing on me. Pause. We just talked about him in Grand Canyon, but it's kind of like, who's the guy that you didn't care for? Tim Robbins. It's kind of like that with me and Kevin Kline. And the more we do this show, he's not as corny. I appreciate it because it's a history lesson in comedy. All the guys that we do care for and like, the Steve Martins, the Martin Shorts, the Jim Carreys, those guys are part of the Charlie Chaplin branch. Before, I said it was maybe Jerry Lewis who's the godfather. Now we can go further back and say it was Charlie Chaplin. Maybe to us the stuff seems tame comedy wise. This doesn't. I don't get how this was a big deal. But you have to kind of set yourself in that time frame and be like, okay, if it wasn't for this guy, maybe we wouldn't have had Jerry Lewis. Probably wouldn't give us Robin Williams or Steve Martin. All those guys were inspired and influenced by each other, man. I feel that's just from an outsider's perspective.
I will say this, and you're right. I mean, all those roots do lead back in some way to Charlie Chaplin, those people that were doing this stuff in the 20s and everything. But what I would say that I did enjoy about this movie is seeing how they pulled off, because you kind of get to watch them make those movies. Because he was making the movies,
right?
And to see how they filmed all that stuff to make what we know as those movies is super interesting to me.